What's up guys, today we're going to be reviewing the Luckeep X1 foldable electric bike. This fully featured 20 by 4 inch fat tire e-bike comes with a sleek shaped foldable frame, a 15 amp hour battery, and a Befang motor that peaks well over 1000 watts. It also has tons of cool features that other bikes in its budget friendly price point don't have. This might be the new e-bike on the block that will give the competition a run for its money. Let's take a look at the extensive list of features this bike has, and then we're going to take it for a test drive on the roads where we perform all the usual hill climb, acceleration, top speed, and range testing.
Hey, we're good. We're getting there. Come on, baby. You got this. Let's go.
Let's jump right in.
Alright guys, so let's check out the features of this bike. We have rubberized ergonomic grips. I really like these because you could rest your palms on the edges of these grips. Here's our light control switch. And this bike does come with turn signals that are decently visible. I really do like that. Horn. There's your power switch, plus and minus switches. Here's the phone mount that the bike comes with, and it does have a USB charger down there. Pretty cool. Very nice looking display. I like this display a lot. And there's a shifter down there. Typical Mickey Mouse style shifter with 7 speeds. DY Island hydraulic brakes. Very nice. The cable sleeving on this bike is fantastic. Look at this. This looks great. Nice and organized. Headlight looks fantastic. 20 by 4 inch knobbies. There's the 160 millimeter rotor with the DY Island hydraulic brakes, and check out these mag wheels. I love how mag wheels look. They look amazing. Same thing in the back, DY Island brakes, 160 millimeter rotors, plastic fenders, which are a little bit floppy, but I think this one you could probably easily zip tie to the rear rack that this bike comes with. Front also has a similar style mud flap. That one you can't really zip tie anywhere, so it will flop around a bit. Wide squishy seat. We'll see how this seat does during the range test today. Again, I do appreciate that Luckeep gives you this big rear rack for storage. And there's that rear light with the nice looking turn signals. I do like that. And this bike does only come with the front suspension. Typical lockout adjustment up front with the preload adjustment as well.
The unfolding and folding process is very straightforward. Simply fold down the handlebars, unlatch the center, easily fold the bike in half, and when you put it back together, the alarm will give you a quick beep telling you have to press the lightning bolt button on the key fob to start the bike. At only 70 pounds, this bike is easy to lift up and maneuver. I'm 5'10", here's what I look like on the bike, and this bike does have a standover height of 28.5 inches. Here's what the suspension travel looks like. It's advertised to have 80 millimeters of travel. You get some sticky reflectors that you can throw onto the front forks. Helps with visibility. Key fobs for the alarm system. Instead of getting a bunch of random Allen keys, Luckeep gives you this little Allen toolkit that you can not only use to assemble the bike, but you can also take it with you for roadside repairs and adjustments. In the down tube of the bike, you get a 15 amp hour battery. Very nice. And you also get a 3 amp passively cooled charger. This bike comes with a huge sized manual with large, easy to read text, full of pretty much all the info you would ever need on assembly, maintenance, and more. In case that's not enough, you also get links in the manual to video assembly instructions. I love that because I'm all about videos and I would rather watch how to put a bike together rather than read about it.
Alright guys, so here's the remote to this Luckeep bike, and it looks like this is the lock function right here. Alright, so we've armed it. My dog is freaking out, like what is that? And let's see what happens when you move something. Oh, see that? It warns you. And then I bet if we keep f***ing with it, then the alarm goes off. So now we just unlocked it. We press this button right here. This, come on, focus. This one down here. And I think to turn it on, the manual says you hit this twice, this lightning bolt. Let's try and turn it on right now, because I already did this before. All right, holding the button. Yeah, see, it's not working. So what we're gonna do is hit this bottom lightning bolt twice. And that is the beautiful musical sound that you wanna hear. To turn this bad boy on, you just hold down the top button, Boom. Luckeep. There you are. What happens if we push this little button right here? What does this do? Oh, that's like a little alarm. You can just start it up right away. Pretty cool that you get this stock. I like it. Nice. All right, so here we have the display. This is a nice looking display. I like this. You know why it says neutral, like your neutral gear, aka PAS0. Press the up button down here, and it obviously cycles up to 1, 2, 3, 4, goes all the way up to 5. Bring it back to N. This is nice. I like this. Press the power button again, and you get your average speed, max speed, time, calories. Interesting. So it's just got your distance in miles, your mile per hour of average speed, max speed, calories burned. It'd be nice if it said watts. We'll get it on the road and see if it says all of that. Let's check out the settings. So to get to the settings, you hold down the plus and the minus buttons together, and there we go. So we're gonna explore this together. Display unit, yeah, I want miles. So backlight brightness that's up the screen, we'll just keep that as is. 5 seems okay. Auto light, that's kind of cool. You can make the lights turn on and off automatically. Pretty cool. Auto power off, so that's how long you leave the display on, or if you just set the bike down, it'll turn off after 10 minutes. Set time, I don't really care about that. Password, don't want that. Clear trip. Bluetooth, so this has some kind of app. We're gonna check this out in a second. Let's see, system info. All right.
Pairing the app is super easy. After downloading it, you use the app to scan the Bluetooth QR code on the bike's display. That'll pair the bike to your phone, where you can then name your bike whatever you want. The manual says this is the only way to unlock the bike's full top speed, so bring that speed limit all the way up to do that. You can also adjust your pedal assist levels, control your lights, see your battery levels, and more. Personally, I wouldn't use this app, but if it's something you like, it's there for you.
So those are the main features of the Luckeep X1. Let's go ahead and take this thing out on the road and do our usual tests on it and see how it does. What's up, guys? Today we are out here on another cool, crisp day in New England. It's about, I don't know, 38, 39, something like that, maybe colder. It's cold for me, at least. Today we're out here on the Luckeep X1, which is a foldable 20 by 4 inch tire, fat tire, e-bike. Haven't really heard of this company, but it has some interesting features that not a lot of other e-bikes do. And we're gonna go over those as we continue the video. But first, let's get those heated gloves on. Yeah, baby. There we go. Oh, my speedometer. All right, we definitely want that. All right, guys. So we're starting off, as usual, for our main hill climb test. Oh my God, these ads. Skip. Oh my God. My gloves. Skip video. Skip, stupid.
Yeah, look, stick, stupid.
All right, okay. Here we go. So to unlock this bike, you have to get their app, and we're going to go into all the details of this e-bike, all those small, boring technical details of this bike later at the very end of the video. We're going to try and just do all the interesting, fun stuff first to keep this video watchable and keep it entertaining. And we're going to start off with our main hill climb test. We're doing hill climb test, top speed test, braking test, all the tests today, as we do with every bike. But let's jump right in. Without further ado, this is a throttle only moderate hill climb test. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice easy start. And as always, if you guys like content like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel if I have earned your subscription. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the video if you like it. And don't forget to smash that notification bell.
Smash, smash, smash.
So you don't miss any other videos. And if you are interested in this bike, check out the link in the description below. I will link this bike down there. Boom, there it is, finishing off. We're at 20 miles an hour. It looks like the speedometer is about 1 to 2 miles an hour faster than GPS speed. Pretty close though. Next up is our downhill speed test, throttle only. The free spinning wheel, according to its own speedometer, goes up to 33, so I expect at least 30 miles an hour downhill. There it is, 30 miles an hour. And looks like the speedometer, yeah, it's 2 miles an hour faster at these faster speeds. Probably closer to 1 mile an hour difference when you are at slower speeds, so more or less accurate. And like I said, later on we're gonna go over the settings, see if there's a way to change the wheel size. I already did it earlier today, and unfortunately I don't think there is, but what are you gonna do? The only accessories of mine that I have on this bike right now are this mirror, which I think is a must-have for every e-bike, and my Gub phone mount, which is a large phone mount that can hold the giant case that I need, because apparently I am a 2-year-old and I drop my phones in the exact spot where the screen curves, so the screen smashed, then it later cost you $200 to fix, so I need a giant phone case, and luckily the Gub phone mount is big enough to hold this giant phone. So now we're coming up to our steep hill climb test. Again, this is all throttle only. We'll see just how it does. It's not going to be timed. We'll just see if it can do it or not. As always, we stop right here and let's hit it. Throttle only. Allegedly, this peaks at 1130 watts. I don't know if it's going to be able to do it. Hey, we're good. We're getting there. All right, 8 miles an hour. Okay. I find that most 48 volt e-bikes, single motor 48 volt e-bikes, are able to do it at about 8 miles an hour. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Guys, this is a very, very steep hill. I would say it's not really a good real world example of what your riding will be like, but it's good to know anyways if it can do it or not. The shifter, by the way, is a 7-speed shifter. It's hidden behind this phone mount because the bike already comes with a phone mount. And what's cool, this is a nice phone mount. It's plastic. It just couldn't fit my giant phone, but it even has a USB charger underneath so you can charge your phone. Pretty cool. Horn button, decent sounding horn. Good for pedestrians so you don't have to scream on your left, scare the hell out of them. Maybe you could do both. Maybe you could scream instead just because it's fun. Or maybe I'm just crazy. Like that guy, what's his name? Zero Enigma. He rides around in New York City just screaming at people in the bike lane.
It's a smart place to stand. It's a great place to stand. Bang! Wrong way. Oh, can we look, please?
Check out his channel. It's pretty funny. Although he hates e-bikes, I think his channel is hilarious. He always tells e-bikers to get a real bike. So we're pedaling up this hill right now. Feels fine. Decent power for a little 48 volt bike. I like it. Easy to pedal, good gearing, at least on the low end. Oh yeah, nice low gear. Later on we're gonna see what the pedal assist is like and what the pedaling is like at the higher gears at top speed. See if there's any ghost pedaling. This bike feels lightweight and nimble. I do like that. I get more of a bicycle feeling when I'm riding this versus a heavy moped of some of the other bikes that I've reviewed. Definitely feels a lot more like a bicycle. And let's go ahead and do our brake test from 20 miles an hour. So the back locks up nicely and the front brakes work great. Let's do that again. Get some speed. Yeah, brakes work fine. I mean, that's what you can expect from hydraulic disc brakes. And even though they are 160mm rotors, I think that might be acceptable for this bike because this is a smaller, lightweight e-bike. And I think that's okay. Honestly, we could probably do the top speed test here. We're going downhill. I mean, a lot of these bikes, they're about the same. You'll probably get about 27, 28 miles an hour. They're all pretty similar. I tell you what, no rear suspension, you will feel bumps, but because of that, you will have a lightweight bike as well. Let's see what the sidewalk riding is like. My town does this thing. Listen to this. My town does this awesome thing where they take tax money from you and they don't put it into anything useful. Like, look at these sidewalks. I'm pretty sure a 5-year-old put these sidewalks in here. Isn't that cool? Does your town do that, guys? Let me know if your town does stuff like that. We got a brand new town hall that I've used the grand total of twice of the 10 years that I've been here. We got a brand new town hall. It even has a fitness room. But, I mean, the sidewalks look like Swiss cheese, like the surface of the moon. What are you gonna do? Not really any lag between pedaling and when you get power. Maybe like one full rotation. Not too bad. The gearing is pretty nice in this bike. It has a pretty big rear gear, or at least it feels like it. I can get a lot of hill climbing power from this. That's great in case you get a little bit lower power and your battery's maybe at 50 or 25% or whatever. You can still pedal this easily. Let's see what this bike is like off-roading. We'll do a little bit of grass riding over here. I do feel the front suspension working. Tires are pumped up to 25 in the rear, 20 in the front. I probably shouldn't be here. There's probably a lot of glass and whatever. Wow. I'm gonna go on the road. Alright, so on top gear, it looks like you can pretty much pedal until maybe like 25 miles an hour. Yeah, there's still resistance at 25. We're gonna head over to the top speed test site. Although it doesn't really matter because we already know the top speed of this bike is about 28 to 30 miles an hour. Probably closer to 28. But we're gonna test it out anyways. By the way, guys, this is a 15 amp hour battery. It's 40 degrees out. I haven't been really pushing the motor all that much. And we are already reading at 88%. We've gone 3.8 miles on this bike. The distance display seems to be accurate. On the display it says 3.9. I have 3.88 on my GPS. So we'll see how this battery performs. If the battery dies while we're out on the road, thankfully this is a lightweight bike. We'll probably be able to pedal decently fast back home. But we'll see how it goes. We'll find out together. We'll suffer together. And by together, I mean you watch from the comfort of your own home while I'm out here pedaling with the dead battery. Yeah, so like after 20 it becomes uncomfortably fast to pedal. So it seems like you do ghost pedal between 20 and 25 miles an hour. It is what it is. This battery, by the way, it does seem to recover a little bit when you let it sit for a bit. So we will still test the top speed. We'll do the 0 to 20 as well for our own record keeping and performance numbers. And I don't think it'll be that much different with 10% less battery, to be honest. This isn't a bike you buy for speed anyways. Let's go on the sidewalk. Whenever I have a slower bike, I try and stay on the sidewalks. It's just a little bit safer. And I can go slower and save more battery. I try and save as much battery as I can for the hill climb and the top speed test. And then we really ride it around like anyone else would. At moderate speeds. We don't push it like crazy, but we ride it around almost like a real world scenario. Like you would. Alright, so we're almost at our speed test. So what I'm trying to do is collect a database of 0 to 20 top speed runs. I already have a lot of data from the hill climb, the main hill climb that we do, but we're gonna start doing 0 to 20 as we do our top speed run. Ready, go. Alright, nice, slow, easy start. We're gonna duck down a little bit. Alright, 26. 27. Come on, baby, you got this. 28. Oh, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Can we do it? 27. And this is unlocked, guys. I unlocked this earlier. So that's the max speed of this bike. That's what you get for about 1100 watts. That's what they say this bike peaks out at. in the manual. So we're not really gonna do a top speeder on the way back. Doesn't make sense. We know the top speed of this bike now. Maybe you'll hit 28 with that full charge that I mentioned earlier, because right now it says we're at 82. That's about what you expect from this bike. Yeah, pedaling right after like 25. You just feel like you're running full speed on a hamster wheel, moving your little legs along. Alright, let's see what it's like to jump this big curb. Front shocks have a good amount of travel. And we'll go a little bit. We'll do a little bit of off-roading here. This is about the most you would want to off-road on most of these e-bikes. These general purpose budget e-bikes. Gravel roads, maybe some grass, something like that. And I didn't pump the air up too much. I pumped it up to 25 in the back, 20 in the front. Ways you can make this ride better is if you had a suspension seat post. So if you had a suspension seat post, it might make this ride a little bit better, but it's honestly not bad. The fat tires do soak up a lot of bumps, so the ride is fine. Least you can do is probably throw on a Cloud 9 seat, which is cushier, larger, and it has springs in it. It's my favorite seat. It's actually what I use on my main e-bikes. I'll leave a link in the description below, along with this phone mounted mirror. I think they are must-haves. Let's keep going on the grass. Do a little bit more off-road testing. I do feel those front shocks working. They are doing their job, although they're a little bit clunky. They're there, and they work well. Whoa, slightly bumpy. No big deal. Little bike is killing it. Whoa, there we go. Oh yeah, this is bumpy. Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah, we made it, guys. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and check the different throttle speeds. See what this gives us. So let's start with throttle. Let's start with level 1. See what speed we get. All right, I guess level 1 just gives us straight up 20 miles an hour. That's weird. Maybe the throttle just gives you everything. I think that's what's happening. Let's double check that for a second. Here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get off the bike and find out what's going on. So let's bring it down to level 1. Yeah. Alright, so throttle will give you full power. Good to know. Let's check out pedaling. So we'll start with level 1. There's a little bit of a lag with the display on when I bring the levels down. Alright, so here we go. Level 1 tops us off at 12 miles an hour. Level 2. Oh, we got a stop sign, folks. We gotta stop. Oh my god. Alright, level 2 tops us out at 16 miles an hour. Somewhere in there. 3, 22 miles an hour. And after that, you're ghost pedaling, so it doesn't matter what it gives you. So really, the usable levels for pedal assist in this bike are 1, 2, and 3. And throttle gives you full power. But I think you can't feather the throttle to give you only a certain amount. Yeah, so like right now I'm barely holding it. And we can stay at 15 miles an hour. It's doable. Give you guys a quick battery update. We're at 66%. And the distance on the display says 7.5 miles, and I have 7.3 miles. So like I thought, the speedometer is slightly faster. So it thinks we are traveling slightly further. So keep that in mind if you're going to be getting this bike. I really like how the display looks. Very clean, crisp looking display. Although, it would be nice if it gave you a watt readout. It just gives you the calories you've burned, which I don't know why anyone would care. Whoa, those brakes are singing. Someone is always burning wood out here. I don't know if they have a constant fire pit going or they're burning pallets, but man, it smells good. Let's see what this bike is like pedaling with no power. Pedal assist 0. Let's say bring it down to the lowest gear. It's actually not bad at all. You can pedal along 10 miles an hour pretty easily. So if your battery dies, you won't be stranded. A lot of these heavy e-bikes, man, if your battery dies, good luck pedaling. Unless you have the legs of Arnold Schwarzenegger, you're not going to get very far. But this is lightweight. This is pretty good. I like this. And this bike does have a cruise control function. I think what you do is you hit the minus button twice, and then you just hold a certain speed down on the throttle, and then it'll hold that speed for you. I'm not a cruise control guy, but it does have it in case you guys do like that kind of stuff. And to stop the cruise control, you just tap the brakes and it'll stop giving you power. To turn off the cruise control function, you just hit the minus button twice and it's off. Give you guys a quick mileage update. We're at 11.74 miles. The battery is at 45%. Temperature wise, we're at between 35 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So I don't know if that makes a small impact. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. This is a 15 amp hour battery, so it's not the smallest battery, but it's not the biggest. I would say it's on the small-ish side of things. It's a perfectly average sized battery. What are you talking about? It's normal. It's a normal size. It's average. I'm gonna do a little road crossing here. See, these are instances where power is good. A lot of old geezers on forums and whatever hate high-powered e-bikes. They just don't like fun, but power can be safe when you're crossing busy roads or if you're trying to keep up with traffic. A little shortcut, cutting through the parking lot. Downhill we go. A little sidewalk riding. I think we're going slow enough to ride on the sidewalk. I'm not on a 35 to 40 mile an hour e-bike. I'm on a normal, little-sized, bicycle-sized e-bike that right now definitely probably can't even do 25. And we got to practice jumping these curbs. The front shocks do work well. They have a good amount of travel. I am appreciative of that. I don't like the sidewalk riding. Let's see what kind of speed we're getting now that the battery is at 41%. We're at about 12.4 miles. The display says 13.1 miles. Alright, so yeah, we can get about 25 miles an hour below half battery. For these range tests, guys, I do pedal, but I also give it full power. I run out of gear after the mid-20s. I'm not going to be pedaling. You know, once I get after like 20 miles an hour, I don't want to feel like I'm on a hamster wheel. These range tests are a mix of throttle only and pedaling, but mostly throttle only. And that'll give you what I think is a real-world idea of what you can expect for range, not some crazy number that the website thinks you're going to get. As I'm sure you guys are aware, you should never believe the claimed ranges on websites, because what they do is they essentially ride the bike, the e-bike, like a bicycle and put it on pedal assist 1 and go at like 10-15 miles an hour. And at that point, you might as well just get a regular bike. Like, you're not even using the power that the e-bike can provide you. You're essentially using your legs for the most part. So your legs are going to be the limiting factor of your range. And they'll say, yeah, this thing can go 200 miles on a 2 amp hour battery. Who is going to believe that? The same person who sends money to the Nigerian prince. That's who's going to believe that. But if you watch channels, like I hear this one channel, this YouTube channel, he's pretty cool. I think it's Maximum Charge, something like that. He does these real world range tests where he does throttle only, some pedaling, normal weight. He weighs, he says 200 pounds, normal rider weight. I think his channel's pretty good. He does some pretty good tests. I would give him a follow. I would subscribe to his channel, so go ahead and check him out. I think he has some good, accurate range tests when it comes to these e-bikes. Still getting decent power from this little motor. I kind of like this bike. It's so simple. It's easy to understand. There's no frills, no nonsense, and it's cheap. This is a pretty budget-oriented bike, guys. This is a very cheap bike. The price, I think, is always changing. But do check out the link in the description below. I think this is an Amazon sold bike. Yeah, look at that. Plenty of acceleration. The battery is at 35%. Pedaling uphill. Working those legs. 22 miles an hour. My legs are working. It seems like the gearing on this bike is more so geared for lower speeds. I would say below 20 miles an hour speeds. Honestly, the seat so far is pretty comfortable. We've been out here for 15 miles and the seat's not bad. It is a wider seat, but it's decently squishy, even for a bike that doesn't have rear suspension. So far, so good. I'm enjoying this. So guys, final thoughts on this bike, the Luckeep X1. I really like it for what it is, for the price. I think it's an excellent value. You get pretty decent travel in the suspension in the front. You get a nice front headlight. You get turn signals. You get a phone holder with a charger. You get a horn, 7 speeds, lightweight frame. I think it looks pretty cool. 15 amp hours of battery. Hydraulic disc brakes. A lot of these budget bikes only give you mechanical brakes, and I'm very happy that this does give you hydraulic disc brakes. Gives you features like cruise control, a nice looking display, even an alarm system in case you want to lock up your bike. If anyone does move it or touch it, it starts yelling at them. Very cool. So I think if you're just commuting around, especially with that rear rack, you can store your stuff. This is a great little commuter. If your commute is maybe like, I don't know, 5 miles back and forth, you can get there with one charge. Easy. And for the low price that this bike is sold at, I think it's somewhere around 800. It might even be less. Check out the link in the description below. I think this bike is fantastic. And give you guys a quick final battery readout. We're at 15.39 miles. The battery is about 31%. And so now, guys, we're going to go into the detailed specs of sizing and settings in the display. So we're going to switch over to that. I'm trying to save boring things for the end of the video, but I know they're useful because sometimes you have to reference that info.
Okay guys, let's take a look at the website for the Luckeep X1. 60 miles of range. That's probably if you just use pedal assist 1 and use your leg power for the most part. Top speed is accurate. And guys, here are all the measurements for the standover height, maximum seat height, etc. So feel free to pause the video and take a look at all these numbers in case you want to know. This bike does come with a Bafang branded 750 watt motor, which does peak, just like the manual says, at 1130 watts. And it looks like on their website, it does say that the bike meets the UL Electric Bicycle Electrical System Safety Standard. I'm not sure if that means it is UL certified. I would look into that if I were you. It looks like this bike is suitable for a rider height of 5'4" to 6'6", and the bike itself weighs about 70 pounds. And here's that UL certification. Here it mentions that the front forks have 80 millimeters of travel. Speed is up to 30 miles an hour on throttle, and that was accurate going downhill, but on flat ground, it's probably closer to 27, 28. A claimed 85 Newton meters of torque from the motor, and the controller is advertised as 25 amps, 25 times 48, 1200 watts peak. This bike claims to give you 1130. Maybe they're taking account for efficiency.
That's it for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this bike in the comments below. And if you like videos like this, if I've earned your subscription, please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like it. Leave a comment below. Leave an angry comment below if you didn't like it. That's it for today, guys. Until next time.